Hello, hello, hello. This is HQ. HQ in the house. We're here to do a review. Just a review of a video I have never seen. It's about a 36-year-old wants to pay zero bills. And it came off of a Kevin Samuels show, right? The infamous Kevin Samuels. And we're just going to go through it and break down a little bit of some of the rhetoric that the woman might say and what Kevin's responses are, and see whether we agree with what he says or we don't agree. Or I could take it from the female point of view and see if a female would have said the same thing to this young lady. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Come on, I'm like, I don't want to do this. All right, how old are you again? 20, 29?
No, I'm 36.
36, okay. I talk to a lot of people. Okay, 36. What's going on with you?
Okay, so basically, I always wanted to get married, but just being serious with someone, I don't know, maybe till like about 32, I just didn't think about it. I just was just still having fun.
Okay. What does that mean?
Just dating, casually dating people, not necessarily having sex with them. Okay. But of course, everyone wants to have sex.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm playing football and I'm trying to pass the goal without doing it in a way sometimes.
So you're robbing me.
A little.
Not a little. This is where you ladies got to start. See, what men want to hear from y'all is the truth.
Yeah. Well, I'm giving it to you.
Well, because you want a man to spend his time, attention, resources on you, and the whole deal is sex. Mm-hmm. How would you feel if on payday they played football with your ass?
No, okay, this is what I'm saying. But guys that you're just dating, I don't want to. I'd want to say after I go on a few dates with you, then.
Well, see, that's the whole thing. I don't agree with that at all. What he's trying to say is if I date you and we go on dates and we do X, Y, and Z, you are in demand for me giving you sex. That's not how that goes. It's never went that way. It's never going to go that way. Only unless she feels like giving you sex do you get sex. Just because you take me on 3 dates doesn't mean you're entitled to sex. This is what I don't like. This is a dangerous route. Specifically, if men seem to think because they take me on 3 dates, I'm supposed to give them sex. This might be part of the problem.
I might want to have sex with you, but I just don't want to have sex with you. Huh?
Bullshit. You're a grown woman. You're a grown woman. Okay, we're gonna be honest. You're a grown woman. Mm-hmm. You're not a virgin, and you and I both know that a woman makes up her mind whether or not she wants to have sex with a man. You know if you're gonna have sex with him or not.
Okay, maybe hold on.
Okay, no. No, it doesn't play over here. You're 36. You're not 22. This part, and see, you're not listening. This is why men are walking away from marrying and dealing with y'all because you're not honest. Mm-hmm. There are men you have slept with and didn't require 3 or 4 or 5 dates. All right, then that's the bottom line. That's the base price.
No, that's not the base price. The base price is I take you out and I go on 3 dates and we get to have sex. That's not the base price. That's not how that works. And that's a dangerous avenue to go down when you tell women only to go on dates are you going to have sex. It's a dangerous thing to say to the kids that are coming up.
Men, it's like if he can get it for this price, why do I have to do all this? That's why I say, ladies, do not go out on date number 1 with the man that you are not sexually attracted to. Do not go on date number 1. Don't go out there talking about our date to see if I like you. French toast that. Keep your ass at home. Don't.
That's the whole point of going out on dates, whether I would be interested in that person or not. We don't necessarily fall and want to have sex with the first person that we're attracted to. And women don't just fall into bed with men that they're attracted to. They have to have more, a little bit more than that. If they're discerning. Women are not just gonna have sex. It ain't gonna happen.
take his money. Ask all the questions you need to do. Because if you go out with us, we're expected to smash.
Okay, look it. I'm gonna give you an example. I have dated and dealt with people that I didn't actually were attracted to them when I first met them. But as I got to know them, I did become attracted to them. So that can happen too. You know,
This is what women do. They play games with the possibility of sex.
But it's not a matter of playing games. Just because we don't go directly for the pants like men do, doesn't mean we're playing games with a snatch. It's not necessarily true. I may not be attracted to you today when I meet you, but you might do something to make you become attractive. I might be in a group setting and go on a date, go on a group setting with a whole bunch of people, and then you might change my mind because I might see you in a different way. Or any number of things. Nobody can predict attraction. That's the problem. You're not deserving of sex because you take me on a date. And I don't know when I'm going to be attracted to X, Y, and Z. And neither do you. So the moment that I am attracted and I know I'm attracted, then it's a decision to be made. But not before that attraction has shown up.
The guys you went out with, were you paying all the bills? Were you paying for everything? 100%? No.
no.
Then it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I mean, you sitting there
Not
saying,
saying
well,
that not saying that I expect for them to pay all the time because I'm a nice girl. I'm from California. You know, we're
it has nothing to do with being there. I mean, it's not, no. Did you grow up with your father?
my father died when I was 11 years old.
Well, you should have heard this somewhere in your life. Don't accept nothing from a man that you don't expect to do something for.
Yeah, but we didn't say accept anything. What she said was go out on a date. And going out on dates is not accepting anything other than a date, other than a meal, other than a coffee date or whatever kind of date. That's not accepting a gift. She didn't say anything about accepting gifts. You're projecting.
Yeah.
So what
But
you're
you know
talking
what?
about, well,
Okay.
no, what you're talking about,
Okay.
see, this is why so many women in your age range are going to be destined to be alone because you're still trying to pretty it up. What you did was you ran game, you hustled, and you deceived dudes. And then you wonder why these guys get out here and become mean and fuckboy.
And that's the thing. You all seem to think since we're not honest and upfront, I want to have sex with you. You call it deceit. That's not how that works. We go on dates so we could be comfortable with having sex with you. We might want to have sex with you, but we don't want to have sex with you the first, second night. Some of you do. Some of you retards is going to say you do have sex with it on the first night. That's a rare occasion that somebody has sex with you on the first night. Specifically, anybody who wants to go past a relationship. I'm talking about regular, ordinary women. Don't just up and have sex the first, second, third date. Okay? And that's not deceitful that we just want to go on another date. Or we want to see if we want to have sex with you. We want to do. If you put it in the category of deceit, then live with that deceit, because everyone is not upfront and honest. If you were being upfront and honest, we know you lied from the beginning as well, men. You don't want to tell a woman that's all I want to do is smash. I don't want nothing, but I just want to smash. Now, if you told her that that's all you wanted was to smash on that first date, you wouldn't get to smash. So men lie like that too. Don't blame the women. Don't blame it all on women. Take your L too. Take the accountability that you only want to smash from first day too. Take your L. Accountability is yours too.
Because they run into women like you playing games.
Okay, so
What?
from here on out.
What's wrong with being upfront and saying I'm not sexually attracted to you? I'm not going to go.
Wait a minute, we're already on the extreme of not being attracted. Most women don't go on dates with men they're not attracted to. Let's be clear. Most women do not go on dates unless they're interested in that man in some way. Usually, if he opens up his mouth and says something, he's the one that turns her off in that particular way. If she goes on a date, more than likely she is attracted. Okay? 9 times out of 10, women are not going on dates with men they're not attracted to. He's making it seem as though, oh, you're lying because you're not attracted. No, most women don't. Most women, if you turn her off, she's definitely not going on another date. She's not going on 3, 4, 5 different dates if she's if she has an aversion towards you, or she's not attractive, or she has no interest in you whatsoever. Most women don't. There's some women who do, women who want only money, but she didn't say she wanted only money. She just said she was dating, and that's it. Men that she liked and men she didn't like. But it's not an everyday occurrence on every female. Let's get that straight.
On a date with you. What's wrong with just doing that?
Nothing, because sometimes, I'll just say, no, thank you, I'm not interested. I say that. And some guys, they might be mad.
Now.
I
can you do it then?
I didn't know how. I didn't have the knowledge to do that.
Okay, but you did know they wanted to have sex.
Yes. Who doesn't? I mean, it's kind of like.
But you weren't. That's the point.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Well, see, that's the point. See, I want you guys to understand.
But that's not deception. That's you feeding your assumption. You assumed that the dude was expecting sex. You assumed that he was expecting sex from her. She didn't say anything about it. I mean, I've been on dates where I knew I probably wasn't going to have sex with this person. Nice person, liked their conversation, liked all of that, just was not turned on by that. Just was not turned on by them. That's not deception. That you just get out of the date and you keep it moving. And that's a part of the dating game. You're dating to find a mate. You're dating to find a girlfriend. There's no deception like that.
Women know we want to have sex. They want to have sex. But see, what they do is you sit around and say, well, he accepted the date. He didn't have to do it. If you had a son, would you want somebody to treat your son that way?
No, but I will.
And that's it. There's no but. See, thing you say before but is bullshit. And here's the thing: you're still in the dating market, right? Do you want to be married one day?
I want to have kids, then get married. But
all right. See. Well, the way you're coming across is your mindset is still where it was.
Yeah.
It's a chameleon rebel. And men pick up on this kind of stuff because you do not get, how tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
Your son's?
A 2.
So a woman who is cute, over 30, single, childless. It's crazy. That's what because you have run across plenty of suitable men. And you've gotten to be this age and unmarried with no kids. And that's what men think. So my thing is what you want, cool. How do you plan on getting what you want?
She's not that old. It's not that difficult. There's men all over the globe. That's the whole thing. I didn't get along with this theory. I heard about this. I'm not really sure what the danger zone is. I heard about it. But women can get what they want even in their early 30s. It's just a fallacy on men. It's the men. It's finding suitable men. It has nothing to do with women can be suitable. It's the men that have to be suitable to go up to her status. She doesn't have any kids. She seems like a personable person, a reasonable person. She's just an everyday, ordinary dater that's out there and who hasn't wanted to find her husband until now. So now's the time to find her husband, and she should be able to find her husband fine. She's only 32.
Well, now I'm just putting myself out there a little bit more
To do what?
than what I was in the past. I was so. At one point, I just wanted to date an athlete or a basketball player or a rapper or something. I would only try to be, in the area or go to clubs, try to meet those type of people. But now I'm much more open. I guess because I'm older, and I don't know. I don't want to say I'm settling, but I'm just more open. I'm more
Did you go to
mature.
college?
Maybe.
Did you go to college? Did you
Yeah,
hold the phone steady?
I went to school.
Could you hold the phone
State
steady?
of LA.
Huh?
I went to Cal State LA.
Okay, could you just hold the phone steady because it's moving over? Could you set it down
Oh.
so it doesn't move? I used to run around and want to have athletes and entertainers, and you weren't doing that just because they're great guys. It was because of their resources and their attention.
All of the above.
Right. So now, and then you not even. So, man, you're coming across as a manipulative woman. You know, men want to have sex. You're going.
Yeah, but that's not the whole program. That's not everything that encompasses the dating market. Just because we know you want to have sex doesn't mean we have to give it to you. That's the thing. You're making it seem as though, oh, we deceived you into doing something, so therefore you deserve to have sex. Why are you deceiving men and you know they want to have sex? Then they shouldn't want to have sex then until they get to know me. What do you mean? Has nothing to do with me deceiving you in any way. I went on a date with Johnny, Michael, Peter, Paul. I go on a date with all of them. I'm not attracted to Paul. I'm not attracted, but I like Paul's conversation. But I like blah blah blah. That's the whole point of dating, and there shouldn't be no argument about that.
Out with me, you're not sexually attracted to. Just because you had sex with one guy that you weren't initially sexually attracted to, y'all aren't honest. You don't enter into good faith, and then you get to be 36 and you say you want to have kids and all this other stuff. And here's what men are saying. All right, I need to know about her mindset. And what you're saying is I put myself out there. But what are you putting out there?
My look, what else do they want me to put? It only, I mean, like I can talk to somebody for so long, and my brain or whatever, but after a while, I can't see. So, anyways, I might not like them like they like me. I might be a little more sweeter than what they thought I was. They might have thought I was a mean bad girl, but really I'm not. So you just never know. Or then I thought I met somebody that I really was interested in that was in the music industry, but coming to find out.
Well, see, she's not the best messenger. Sting is how she wants to get into an industry where there's is small amounts of men, straight men, small amounts of men, and she's competing at a higher level. We're talking about a regular, ordinary individual human being who shouldn't have a problem finding a husband. A regular human being shouldn't find a problem as long as the man is doing the things that he needs to do, and he's attracted to her, and he's willing to be, in a dating relationship. Nobody should have a problem. And she's not 36; she's 32. At least I heard 32, right? But then again, I could be wrong. We're not. She's looking at a small niche of men. Obviously, that's the information going to be skewed towards that.
He wanted to date girls that made more money than him.
I asked you basically, what are you putting out there? And you said your look.
What else am I supposed to look? I mean, what else am I supposed to put out there?
Okay, let's go with that. How many kids do you want to have?
2, or I'll be fine with 1.
Can you turn off the TV or whatever? Who's that? It's a background.
My friend talking that wants to be a part of it too.
No.
I have a boyfriend, but I mean, he's a boyfriend. We not married, so that means I'm still.
And then she get on here and do this bullshit right here. Tell him you got a boyfriend, you're not interested. Why you on the line talking to somebody and you got a boyfriend? Why are you doing that? See, this is what I don't like. I don't like females getting up in front of the audience and trying to make the man in the back jealous or make the man in the back respond a certain way because now you putting yourself out there and showing them that you are available to other men. I don't like that. That's trashy as hell for you to do that. That's trashy. For you to get on here knowing you have a boyfriend, knowing he's sitting there listening. Why would he be listening in the damn corner with his simp ass? Why he ain't said something? Why he ain't stepped up and said something? Why he ain't said, you know what, I'm not putting up with this garbage. I'm not dealing with you like this, and walk the hell off. Why would you even put him in a position where you could get your ass whooped? Or any number of things for this stunt that you're pulling. Now we know you're lying because you said you were interested in a basketball player, one of the athletes and whatnot. But you're dealing with a regular Joe Blow because maybe he's an athlete, maybe he's not. But I doubt very seriously that he is, that he's sitting there listening to this garbage and he's supposed to be your boyfriend. Come on, sis. Come on, do better.
That's true.
No, I'm single. If I'm not married, I'm single. No, we not.
Yeah, but you sleeping with him. Ooh, make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. But you sleeping with this man. We know you sleeping with this man. Ain't no way he in the same house with you. You in the same house with him, and he ain't knocking boots. But you want Kevin to find you or level you up to the point where you can find you another man. This is just wild shit. This is the wild shit we in.
That's not your boyfriend, is it?
No.
All right. Do you have another room you can go into?
Yes.
Why don't you do that?
See, now everything she say is suspect because I could have sworn I heard that boy say, just tell him you got a boyfriend and you ain't interested. So what does that mean? Well, he ain't my boyfriend. I ain't married. He ain't my boy. Really? Y'all ain't defined yourself yet. So if you ain't defined yourself, then you need to be making him define himself instead of being on here trying to make him jealous. Because another man might look at you, might talk to you. Because this is the only reason why she would be doing it in front of a man that she's sleeping with. She wants the man she's sleeping with to respond. I wouldn't give it a satisfaction. I'd be like, get your ass the hell up out of here. Get your ass the hell up out of my house.
Okay. Wait, the light still on the work?
Mm-hmm. Alrighty then.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, we're trying to figure that one out.
Okay, there we go.
All right. So yes, if you're not married, you're single.
Yeah, period.
Okay.
No other way to
But you said you want to have 2 kids.
Yes.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant and married with the first child?
No, that's why I never had kids before.
I'm talking about after you're married.
No.
Once you're married, do you want to have to work
No.
after?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Stop. Turn off your comments or whatever so you can focus on the conversation. I'm trying to have a conversation.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
What percentage of the family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime? For your 2 kids and your husband, what percentage of the overall family financial load? I mean, do you want your kids to be able to go to college if they want to?
Yes.
Do you want to be able to travel nationally and internationally with your family?
Yeah, I already had traveled by myself, but yes.
Okay.
If I would have a husband, yes. I don't want to have to pay for anything if I'm
Okay,
there.
so you want to be a housewife?
Yes.
Okay. Were you raised to be a wife?
All my grandmas and my mom was.
That's a yes or no. That's a yes or no.
Yes.
Your mother was a housewife?
Yes.
Your father died at what age?
My father died when he was.
When
30.
you were what age? When you were what age?
I was 11, but my mom never married my dad. She married my stepdad. So when I was born, I first knew my stepdad before I knew my dad.
How many children does your mother have? How many children?
Four.
Any sisters?
I have 3 sisters. They all have kids.
Excuse me.
Except me.
Excuse me. It's 4 girls?
5. 3 girls, 1 boy.
So your mother, but they're not married?
One of my sisters is my younger sister.
But the other ones aren't? The ones that aren't married have children?
Uh-huh.
So ma'am, were they raised in a household with you?
Yep.
Then you weren't raised to be a housewife.
I'm the oldest. I don't know. I didn't do what they did. They didn't do what I did. I did everything separate and different than how they did it.
Ma'am, don't get defensive.
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
Well, do you think you're moving like a woman who's a housewife?
Why not?
Well, here's the thing that I don't get. She doesn't have to move as a housewife. She's not looking to be a housewife. She was not looking to be a housewife before. Now she's looking to be a housewife. She has an opportunity to move like a housewife. She has an opportunity to learn what that means. She was married. She's trying to explain, I'm assuming she's trying to explain that her mother married her stepfather. And then they had a family. So, yes, she could have been raised as a housewife. Just because you're under the roof of a housewife and a father and a mother doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do everything correctly, because you can have 5 children and they all get 5 different messages. They can understand that they should be wives, but then they might move how they want to move. So that doesn't mean she wasn't raised to be a wife. It just means her sisters didn't value being wives, but she did. Hence her not having children until she gets married.
That's not, no. You don't answer a question with a question. I ask you a question. Do you think you're moving like a woman who's a housewife?
Yes. I take care. I have.
Is the house a cave?
No, listen.
You're moving like a damn barbarian. There's no listen, ma'am. You're talking about you went around, you were grouping for athletes. You manipulated dudes. You got a boyfriend now, and now you want to be a housewife, and all you bring to the table is your looks. And I'm just going with it. But how much is a man going to have to pay your 36-year-old self to be a housewife? How much is he going to have to make to? I'm
not saying she's ready to be in a relationship. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is she has an opportunity to do that. She's 36. She moved past her window. She should have did it earlier because she might run into problems with pregnancy and X, Y, and Z. But that doesn't mean she can't be a wife. She doesn't have any children. She may know how to cook. She may know how to do a lot of things. We don't know. We know she's moving foul right now because she has a boyfriend. But that doesn't necessarily preclude her from being someone's wife.
To take care of you and 2 kids.
Whatever it is to maintain the life.
What state do you live in?
I have 2 residents. I live in Texas, and I also live in Los Angeles. And I pay both my rents by myself. My boyfriend
congratulations. I don't care if you can do what adults.
What balls does it take for a female to get on here and pretend like she doesn't have a boyfriend when she does? When he's in the room with you. That's terrible. That's terrible. I mean, I'm trying to defend you. I'm trying to help you out, young lady. And I see some positives, in the situation. But boy, it's a bad look. You and a boyfriend.
Dude, I'm really doing my best, man, but you're about to make me go there. This is because of your attitude. I need you to chill out. 5 seconds.
Okay.
This is not a good place to be in. I'm trying to have a conversation with you. But you're over here trying to cap or whatever, and I don't do that.
Hmm.
I ask you, how much would a man need to make to provide for you and two children annually?
Probably about 200,000.
In what state?
California, both in California and
Man,
North.
no way, no way. I just left LA. A slice of pizza, two slices of pizza and a soda is $17.
Well, where were
No,
you?
ma'am, I was in LA. Look, ma'am, I
Tell
do
me.
this for. Listen, this is part of the problem. You ladies don't know how much it costs to be a man in charge of stuff. $200,000 in LA? No way. You want upper class children. Each one of your children is going to cost around $480,000 to raise. That's almost $1 million worth of kids. Plus, you don't plan on doing anything. And he has to pay all your bills, all your things, and you. And then he has and he has to have what he does. You're talking every bit about $400,000 a year.
Mhm.
That's why you're talking about athletes and musicians and all that other kind of stuff. And that's cool. And what percentage of men make that kind of money?
Maybe 10, 15. I don't know, not that much.
Do you care
Well,
if
in
he's black? Do you care if he's black or not?
in
Do you
California,
care if he's black or not?
uh, yeah, I want him to be black.
So what percentage of
maybe
black men?
Hispanic.
What percentage of black
Anything
men
non-white.
What? See, when I'm talking, that means you stop. That's the only one rule. Can we agree to that, please?
Yeah.
Because it's disrespectful. What percentage of black men earn over $400,000? You say 10, 15%?
Maybe 30.
And where'd you go to college?
Cal State LA.
Would you be surprised to find out that 10% of American males earn $100,000 or more? 10% make $100,000 or more. When you're talking about making $250,000 or more, that's 3%. Making $400,000, you're talking about 1% of American men. And when you talk about black men, it's roughly about 10%, half of 1%. So if I had 100 black men, you're talking about one in that room. And let me ask you this. That one man can meet your socioeconomic standards, right? Which are pretty high. That means he can meet a lot of women. Why would he choose you over the thousands of other women who are coming at him?
Because I'm natural and I am willing to work. I have been working if I needed to.
Okay. Now I can see the delusion. It's not delusion. It's you just are not thinking you're not thinking along the right terms. You're not thinking in terms of you're not that spectacular. You're not that spectacular. You have nothing that stands out. There's nothing extraordinary about you. You're just a plain ordinary individual who doesn't have makeup on, who's 36 years old, who don't have any kids. So why would I pick you, 36-year-old who doesn't have kid, natural, and when I can get 23-year-old? And please don't talk to me about 40-year-old men getting 23-year-old girls, because we have women after women after women getting on here, getting online saying, I just used the man for the money, or he was too old for me and I outgrew him, or he outgrew me, or every which way but loose. That kind of age gap is unsustainable. Let's put it that way. It's unsustainable. A 17-year-old age gap. You try swinging for somebody that's 5 to 10 years age difference, and you might get lucky, but that's just too big of an age gap. But she's 36 years old. She's 36, no kids, X, Y, and Z. By the time she has a baby, she'll be 40. So you're only looking at 1 or 2 kids. Okay, I get it. And you live in California, 400,000. I mean, it sounds reasonable, but the man has to sustain that kind of lifestyle. Why do you feel like you can't work to help with that kind of lifestyle? That's the question I would ask. Why wouldn't you feel the need to help with that lifestyle?
And I don't have any kids, and I'm cute, and I'm willing and able to do what I need to do as a wife or mother. What more would he want? I don't, I'm not fat. I got a degree. It's not a master's, but it's something.
So you think a man goes out here and makes himself a top 1% man and that's like an athlete. And to win at that level,
You
what
just
do you
never
get
know.
if you win? What do you get when you win a championship?
A ring.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want. And if that it includes the town whore, you'll deal with the town whore. So we can't. So we've been on the internet long enough to understand. Men don't marry good women. Men don't marry bad women. Men just marry women that they're attracted to. And it's not a matter of she fits into my lifestyle. That's not how that goes.
Or what is it commonly?
Accolades.
What is it commonly known as? A trophy, right?
Yes,
Are you a trophy wife?
I can be.
I didn't ask. Can you? Are you a trophy wife?
Definitely, I am.
What would you rank?
She could be a trophy wife. You never know what they want. You never know what they want. Because we can't, the first thing we cannot say is rich men only deal with X, Y, and Z. Because we done see the whole gamut. We done seen the whole gamut. Regular girls, whores, you name it, they name it. It just depends on whether he's attracted to you or not. You can attract someone like that, but can you keep them?
Rank yourself, just your face, fresh face out of the shower.
Well, I'm fresh right now, so I'll say like an 8.
An 8. So you put yourself up there with Beyonce.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a little bit younger than Beyonce, and I still look like I'm in my 20s.
So again, you're Monique. You think that a man, just because you're natural and you're cute, what else could he want? All right,
And I have a bachelor.
hey.
Okay.
Don't run none of your accolades. Don't run your degree. Don't run nothing. Because men don't care about that. See, we're here in hindsight. After these videos were made. We're here after the videos were made. 3 years after that, we're breaking down the video in terms of how really is, how men really think, how men really respond to women, as opposed to his idealistic way of presenting men's cases. He's presenting men's cases to women, and I would be arguing for the other side. We understand now. We get it. They keep saying they want fresh, feminine, fit and feminine and fresh. We get all that, but you'll take somebody not so feminine, but you'll take somebody not so fresh. You'll take somebody not so fit, and not that you don't have the opportunity to get other things. It's just you're attracted to who you're attracted to. And if she's not fit, you'll still take her. Same with Jeff Bezos. He married the stripper chick, or the chick that looks like a stripper. Probably acts like one. Probably acted like one before you met her. But I gotta argue. Somebody argued up and down. Oh, he don't marry that chick. She's just a side piece. That side piece got that ring. Sierra got that ring. That's why we don't believe you. That's why this is kind of, it's a good marker for you men to know how to act, to know how to put yourself out there. But it's not the reality of how the dating market is, because the dating market has women who are willing to go to the zero-sum game just like men are. Okay?
Do you plan on homeschooling your children?
No.
If
I don't
private
plan
school,
on
private school, or public school?
Probably private.
Okay. So do you plan on having a housekeeper?
Definitely.
A maid?
I have one now.
So you're gonna have someone else to help prepare meals too?
No, I cook really well.
Okay. So in other words, all you're going to do is incubate a child.
No. You make that sound so funny.
Well, you work famous before you are now.
You said she belonged to the Look it, I waited so long to be able to have kids and to do everything. I always wanted to really do everything right. So that's why I never
Why are you? What kind of professions would a man need to have in order to make $400,000 or more legally?
maybe a lawyer. I dated a few lawyer people before.
Lawyer people.
I don't know, a professional and
No. I want specifics. You're 30, almost 40. You're closer to 40 than you are to 30. I need you a little more specific. You said a lawyer. You dated lawyer people.
Right.
Okay, good. You dated lawyer people.
All right.
What other kind? Okay.
I dated
What? No. I asked you what kind of professions. We got.
a teacher, a lawyer.
Excuse me. What kind of teacher?
What kind of teacher was he? An English teacher,
At what level?
high school.
High school English teachers make almost $500,000 a year, do they?
Probably, I don't know. I didn't seem like that much, but yeah, they were. I mean, they weren't poor. They have a nice cars. They know if they make, depending on what district they're in or what city, then yeah.
So I want you to understand. So the people at the local high school are making $400,000 on a teaching certificate.
Well, I mean, depends on where you say local. You mean
No, they're not. And you should be thinking along the lines of, no, I called the wrong job. Nobody, no teacher's making that kind of money. Come on.
local?
Yeah, okay. What else, man? Okay, man. Okay. Teachers. Then what else? Lawyers and teachers. What else?
Regular working people that own.
No. Professions, man. I'm asking. This is just something. It's not a trick question. You want a man that's earning this kind of money, you should at least be able to understand what he should do for a living.
Yep. You should have an idea of what you want, what type of man you want, what type of attitude, what type of demeanor, what type of lifestyle. You should know all of these things before you sit down and say, I want X, Y, and Z. Because then you have to figure out how to get them. And you have to be at least close to it in order to get them. You're not close to a 400K man. I get it. I get what he's saying. He's saying you don't qualify for that. But that's not the point. The point is you can qualify and not qualify. It depends on whether he's going to pick you. It's not a matter of whether you dress up. You can dress up to the nines and wear gunny sack and be in high heels and be the fittest and the finest and the nicest and all that. But if he's not attracted, there's no point in that. So it's all a matter of what that man wants to pick. You go into a room full of them 400K men, and somebody in that room chooses you. That's how the dating market works. Okay. And then once he chooses you, he has to be acceptable to you, whether you're going to have sex with him, whether you're going to go on a date with him. Because I know a lot of women ghosted rich guys because they weren't attracted.
I dated people that.
I didn't ask who you dated. I asked you what kind of professions.
Cannabis.
Cannabis what?
Cannabis is not a profession. Cannabis is a rapper, but it's not a profession.
I'm talking about in the medical marijuana industry. Like, but big though.
Okay.
Like,
what else? What else?
So a drug dealer, a street drug dealer?
And who else have I dated?
I have not, ma'am, please.
Athletes.
Ma'am, I need you to look forward. I need you. See, you're talking again. And I asked you what professions. I'm not asking you who you dated. I'm simply asking you of the wide world out there, what kind of professions would a man need to have to make $400,000 or more legally? At 36 years old and a college graduate, you should be able to focus and answer that question.
Probably a barber that works on set. You know, it's just different. It just depends on what level you on of your profession. Period. You could be a barber and you could a barber off
So,
Crenshaw.
so I want you guys to
Be a barber
understand. I want you to
work-
understand,
and
ma'am,
work for the
ma'am,
union
do
at
not
ABC.
overtalk me. Fuck is wrong with you? I've asked you that so many times,
I want you. Okay, I'm answering the question. And you get it,
but
man.
you
I'm
cannot
not.
overtalk me,
Okay, I'm listening now.
ma'am. You're talking about lawyers, teachers, cannabis, and a barber. Only one of those has the potential of really doing that consistently. And that's only some sort of attorneys. And my point is, man, if you can't identify the professions that a man must have, how are you going to identify which men you need to put yourself in front of?
Yes, I agree with you on that. You have to walk into the room where those men are, and you have to be what some of them want, close to some of them what other ones want. You can't be what you want. You have to be what they want. Okay? So if you don't know what men make that kind of money, then what the hell are you doing asking for that kind of man? If he would have asked me, I would have said politician, lawyer, maybe somebody who owns his own business, maybe a doctor. I would have said something like that. I would have had my list if I was interested in those type of men. You haven't thought about it. You haven't thought about anything. You just said, let me jump up out there and find me a man. So get you a regular, ordinary Joe Blow and be happy. Long as he can help you stay at home.
Since you said you're putting yourself out there more, you can't even tell us what professions.
I just did.
No, you really didn't. Because in the comment section, you don't see all these hearts going
I
down.
don't see anything.
I'm in the comment section when this video is over. When you hear people talking about a teacher or a barber making $400,000, they're not going to be very kind. Please, man, stop. I'm trying to help you. Stop.
Okay.
They're not going to be very kind because it sounds crazy. And at the
No,
end
you.
of the
You
I will shut this shit down and finish it on my own. I don't need, you've already fucked yourself up enough. I'm trying to help you dig your way out. But if you really want me to, I'll finish it on my own. Man, you're 36 years old. You're talking about what, and all you're talking about is you bring your cute self to the table. That's a just reward. That's a just trophy. And you're going to have kids in private school and a housekeeper.
Yeah.
Do you earn over 6 figures?
Definitely.
What's your profession?
Right now, I'm a stripper. I dance all over.
Oh, fuck. That was the last thing I expected her to say was a stripper. Are you serious right now? Everything I said applies. Everything I said applies to the regular, ordinary, everyday girl. This, however, is a different story. I had no clue she was going to say stripper. Lord have mercy.
I go state to state. Because you know why?
There you go,
people. I was working as a.
There you go.
I was working.
There you go, people.
I
knew 15 minutes ago what I was talking to. And it's not about being a dancer. I've worked in. I did business at clubs. I like strippers and this, but it's about a mindset. You ain't learned nothing. You ain't learned nothing because you still talking like you on the pole. You still talking like a 19-year-old girl. You don't even know the professions. You've been in these places, you dance and you got money. You haven't even been able to identify your targets appropriately. Low class, low rent, low rank. Get out of here.
Oof. Oof.
A $400,000 a year man, and that's all he is. What else could he want?
Oof.
Like I said, shout out to the dancers.
That's crazy. And even I can say that's crazy, but I'm not going to say the advice or what I said was untrue. It wasn't untrue. I had no idea she was a stripper. Are you serious? What are you doing on here as a stripper? You should never have said you were a stripper. You should never have said any of that. You should have said, I used to be X, Y, and Z. Now I am X, Y, and Z. But you came on here trying to flex, and you were flexing as a stripper. I can't. He didn't even get an opportunity to give you the advice that you needed. Let's finish.
If you're gonna dance, at least learn the game.
If you're gonna dance, at least learn to get. I gotta agree with him on that. Some things I disagree with, but I gotta agree on that one fact. If you're gonna dance, you didn't learn the goddamn dance.
At least learn how. You're almost 40 years old talking about barbers making almost $500,000 a year. Regular ass high school teachers. Now, if anybody thinks I was hard on this woman, remember, she's a manipulator of men. She deceives men. She's a groupie. Self-admitted that she runs after athletes, entertainers, musicians, hustling men over here who are normal guys.
Yeah, but we were under the impression that she was serious. We didn't know she was unserious. We didn't know she was a stripper. That right there colors the whole picture in a negative and unserious light. Now, if she would have said, I'm a lawyer, or she would have said, I'm X, Y, and Z, then we would have thought a little bit more highly of her. We would have thought, okay, wait a minute,